Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Jonathan, and first of all I just want to say, if you're new to this channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for taking a look at this video, and I really appreciate all the support I've had from the community thus far, and it's really awesome to meet other people that are making videos like me about writing about books, about things like that. First of all, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Erica from ThePerksOfBooks. She made a shout out and included me in her video, and really flattering, really awesome. So thank you so much. If you're watching this, which I know you are, appreciate it. So today's Essential Writing Tools talks a little bit about when the character speaks, the writer listens. So what does that mean exactly? Well, one time I was explaining the writing process to somebody who doesn't really read and definitely doesn't write. And she knew I was writing this novel, and she asked how I go about the writing process. So I knew when she asked me that question, I knew she probably wouldn't understand what creative prose is, or dialogue, or writing voice, and all those in combination. So, and that doesn't mean she's stupid, she just isn't familiar with the topic. So I decided to have fun with it. I said the characters speak to me and whisper in my ear, forging the story I am forced to write. I am merely a slave to their whims. You should have seen the look on her face. She was terrified, as if she were in the presence of a crazy person. And the funny thing is, she kind of was. All us writers are pretty crazy. And really, writing, when you think about it, because afterwards she was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. She was just a little bit awkward after that. But the funny thing is that I don't think I said anything that was untrue. Even though I exaggerated a little bit, it's not exactly false. Now, if you're a veteran of writing, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But for all you who don't know or are new to the writing scene, this is what I mean. So picture yourself sitting down at your desk, and you have your laptop in front of you and a document that is half filled with words. You continue to write little by little, and then the scenario starts forming in your mind. Two characters emerge into the scene and begin speaking to each other. Their dialogue is completely coming from your mind and your imagination. So your job as a writer is to listen to what they're saying and write it down. So you imagine their voices as they speak, and then with their backstories in mind, you finish the scene. So it sounds pretty simple, but then you realize that the scene isn't very fluid, that these characters have already had dialogue in the past talking about the very same thing you were just now talking about. And this is kind of redundant. Then a smile creeps on your face, and you decide to go back and erase those 3 paragraphs you just worked on because the character decided to change things up. This other character pulls out a gun and shoots the other one in the head, killing him instantly. With gun still smoking, he stands over the other character and whispers, "You lose." So this is what I mean when I'm talking about a character taking over basically what you've been working on. You had a completely different idea to what was going to happen at the end of this chapter, but now it's going in a completely different way that you had no idea it was going to go in. So in this way, you experienced a slight form of surprise with this character changing things up for the story, and ideally this is the same surprise that you're going to bring to the reader when he or she reads it. They're going to be just as blown away by this sudden change that not even you saw coming. But because you were listening to your characters, you were able to craft that surprise perfectly. Not perfectly, but ideally it's supposed to be perfect. In theory, that's how it works. So give it a shot. Perhaps this is what your story needs in order to revitalize parts of your plot. Taking this crazy or completely unseen path to follow. Listen to your characters. You fall in love or love to hate them anyway. As crazy as it sounds, let their voices speak into your mind and just see what happens. Writing is such a roller coaster of pain and emotions anyway, so why not enjoy the ride? Okay, I'm really sounding like a crazy person now, but I promise it does make sense to the person who writes. The veteran authors here and writers will understand what I'm talking about. So what is your way of listening to your characters, or do you even understand what that means? I'd like to talk to you about it, so comment down in the comments below to let me know what you think about it. I'd love to have a discussion. So if you didn't know already, I'm a published author. I have self-published a book called Knights Without Kings, and this is a novel where you can kind of see what I'm talking about by listening to your characters and kind of letting them form the scenes and the plot for you. There are plenty of things. I'll tell you right now, the outline that I had at the beginning of the writing process looks completely different to the final product that is Knights Without Kings. So if you're interested in seeing a little bit of that play out and in action, click the link below to go to Amazon and take a look at the book. Maybe this is something that interests you. Also follow me on Facebook. I'm very active there. In fact, I think I'm the most active there than anywhere else. So to keep up with writing updates. Also, the next review that I have in the works is Ender's Game, and I have the book right here. and I'm going to start reading it today. So hopefully within a couple weeks I'll be done, and I'll be ready to tell you what I think about it. And if there's a book that you think that I should read or review, let me know. I'd be interested to know what you think about that. And that's all I have for you for this week. So I'll see you guys on the next week, and y'all be safe out there, okay? It's pretty crazy, so people are pretty insane nowadays, but don't be one of them people. Stay safe, okay? And I'll see you guys on the next time. Bye. I got used to the silence as I stuck. There's another Valentine in this book. You cannot miss what you have never seen before. But deep inside you know there must be more. You cannot miss what you have never seen before. But deep inside